everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Scream, the 1996 horror film that kind of revamped the entire genre, at least for a little while. If you remember the period of time in which this movie came out, horror was not exactly on the upswing. I mean, it's like anything else, you know, there's going to be down times and bad times and good times, and even in the down times, there's going to be some quality films that come out that maybe fly under the radar or what have you, but there wasn't any big horror films coming out. There wasn't any movies that really punched through. And then Scream came out and just completely rejuvenated the genre. All of a sudden you saw just a slew of imitators come out. And basically the thing that made this movie so different was that it was self-aware. It was meta, kind of in the same way that Deadpool is, where it's kind of playing on the tropes of the genre. Now, it's not in the same way. It's not like the characters know that they're in a movie, but they're always talking about what it's like in a horror movie and playing on those ideas. And you see a bunch of scenes that where basically a character will be like, oh, if you do this, you'll die, and then characters who do that die. And it was just a really, really interesting take on a genre that kind of had gotten a little bit stale at the time, and I think it's a fantastic film that I actually feel like doesn't get quite as much credit as it deserves. Now, don't get me wrong, I do think that a lot of people kind of hold it up with some acclaim given to it for sure, but I feel like the fact that there was so many bad versions of Scream that followed, including some of the sequels, that people kind of bunched this in with all of those. Like, Urban Legends was okay, but yeah, I mean, there was so many terrible takes on this type of horror film at the time, and even some of the classic franchises came back and tried to do their versions of it. Like, you have Halloween Resurrection, where it's like on the internet and all that. It's just like, that's not Resurrection. I can't remember exactly which Halloween that is, but you know, if you're a horror fan and you're a Halloween fan, you know which one I'm talking about. Maybe Insurrection. But anyways, so like it did a lot of damage in a way almost to the horror genre, because people became obsessed with trying to be the next Scream instead of trying to do their own thing. But I think that has made some people see this with a bit of a tarnish, because they're combining it with all those other terrible versions of it. Whereas I still think this one holds up. It's so self-aware and awesome, and there's so many interesting characters, and there's people that you grow to care about. There's very interesting performances. I mean, Jamie Kennedy is an actor that, you know, he definitely deservedly so gets a lot of flack from a lot of people, but I thought he did a great job in this movie. And to be honest with you, when he wasn't in the third film, I think it was, or whatever, when he left the franchise, it really tore the heart out of the film to a large degree. He was the most entertaining character in the movie by far for me. But you also had David Arquette's Dewey and Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell and Matthew Lillard and so many more that were really cool to see in this film and really helped to make this movie what it is. I am a big fan of this movie. I think it's one that a lot of people may want to go and revisit, because it is so cool, and you need to let go of any of the other things that came after it. And of course the cameo at the beginning of the film from a very famous actress and Drew Barrymore, and what happens from there was just awesome. There's just so many really great scenes, and the actual reveal at the end of the movie, it just works on every level. I mean, it's a little bit nonsensical, but because of the style of the film that came before it, you just kind of run with it, and I just think this is just a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of gore, and a really good time. So those are my thoughts on Scream. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you're a fan, if you hate it, what do you think of the films that came after, whatever. Other than that, please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more likely that other people come check out this video, which would be something I'd be very excited about. And other than that, if you are new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, or you just haven't done it yet, because it'll let you know when I put out a new video. You can come and join the conversation. Other than that, have yourself a good day.